Okay, before I get started here, come over to ZTRADEZ.net, check out the terms and conditions page. If you don't agree to it, don't watch the video. If you do agree to it, feel free to watch the video as well as join the community in the description to this video below. Let's jump into it. Whew. Take a look. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Yes, right over there. Why can't it see my finger? There we go. It's blacking it. Whatever. This is the worst. Supply shock. So what's happening? Why would the market, just because there's drama? That doesn't really affect us, right? Just because there's drama, or when they shut down, there's a blockade and energy can't get here as much. Uh, the global price is probably going to rise. It's not going to be as bad as other countries like Europe. Europe's done. Emerging markets, we start having a dollar that's falling. Emerging markets shine. They shine. Outside of that, they just run flat. Europe's like, you might as well put your money in a bond. Outside of some good companies, right? There's some good companies there, really good ones. But for the most part, you might as well put it in a treasury. They can't get out of their own way. A lot of the countries over there. So, I mean, take a look at the South Korean ETF this year with the anticipation of the dollar. Dollar drops, employment goes up, international trade goes up because it's cheaper to trade with us, right? So, where did I get this shirt? What shipped this shirt, this microphone, this screen, the webcam, the light, my computer screens, the desk, the materials to build the house that I'm in? How do they get here? Once they hit US soil, how did they get here? Diesel trucks. If diesel goes up, price of everything goes up. Price of everything goes up, the economy goes down. You want a good economy? You have to have cheap energy. We can't go all to EVs, like I was saying under the last presidency. We're not there, and it's not happening. Right? Energy up, bad economy. CPI is going to go up. CPI going up means not as many rate cuts, not good. Lower CPI, which we have had just towards the tail end, a little bit towards the Biden admin into Orange Man. Orange Man, it's just plummeted because energy dropped. And now he gets us into this. Just like Biden did nothing for inflation, nothing for anyone. Everyone's lives got awful. The haves and have-not spread went through the roof. No one complained about that, right? They're all for it. Yeah, let's go Ukraine. Now the same side's like against this. It's like, well, you should have been against the other one too. You should be against both of them, right? If you're going to do something bad economically, I'm not supporting you. I have a backbone. I'll abandon the candidate that I support. I'll toss them out the window. It would be nice to see everybody do that, but they don't. And now we're doing this. Not a time, right as we're getting CPI under control, which means heavier rate cuts are coming, which means that we're going to have, and then which allows the Fed, gives them more room to cut. We can inject more money into them. Everything could just be, job growth will go through the roof. We were right there. We get a new Fed chair in May. Could still happen. This war ends very soon. But then this happens. CPI is going to come in very hot in my opinion. Not this month, a little bit this month, next month, the following month in April, it should really be baked in. Things are going to get very bad. More so internationally because we've secured the Venezuelan oil. And we produce a lot here, and we just won't export as much, right? The rest of the world is about to feel it. It's looking bad. So, this, in terms of the market, this could be good because we could drop right ahead. And if this all ends, energy will plummet. CPI will just come in hot. It'll be like Desert Storm again, where CPI came in hot for, it spiked and then dropped off, peeled off for 6 months. And we could be back around the mid twos by the end of the year. But not too happy about this right now. This is bad timing. Then on top of that, we have, and right now crude is through the roof. And I'm going to have to rewrite the watch list because I've got a bull watch list on. We're going to crack all those supports that I'm posting on here, and Tesla holding the 200, yada, yada, yada. We're going to stick to SPY. as well as just be kind of, I'm going to be kind of informative. There isn't any setups because things are still high, right? So we're not going to be, there was restrictions on chips exports and who can buy them. Now they just made it worse on Friday, which caused chips to plummet. Let's take a look at Friday. Now we are coming down into this 100 EMA, 323. We might be down. We might be there. We could see this volume shelf. We see that 200. I'm back. I'm gonna be coming back for that. But this looks bad. Look how far we are from the 100. This is sketch. This is good because I cut this at the beginning of the year. SOXX. And you have people who just buy. They just don't care. They just buy. You buy in a bull market, you're buying ahead of a bear market. Why would you do that? You buy in a bear market, you're buying ahead of a bull market. Which one's better? Which one's better, right? What's the average person going to do? They buy in a bull market, then they're going to sell in a bear market, right? They're going to buy the top and sell the bottom. So the average person will listen to their emotions and buy the top and then sell. It can go lower. It's probably going to go lower. It's going to go lower. We might see the 200. I'll buy there at the 200 because it is going there, right? That's their thought process. 55,000 people in the Discord. I've been doing this a long time. I've got a Facebook group of 63,000 people as well. That's just one of them of like 20. I've got everything, every platform. I talk with traders, been talking with traders for right around 10 years now. In a couple months, it'll be 10 years. And they all have, of every education level, every demographic, every race, ethnicity, gender, all the same thing. There's a couple select that come in naturally thinking the right way, but it's simple. You get in when it's low and you trim a little when it's high, or just hold for life. If it's an investment, that's what I'm doing. I'm holding for life. Now, I did take some off because it was kind of obvious. Not as obvious as 2022, the drop. The Fed told you they were going to hike interest rates, right? Why would I add up there? And I'm on Reddit in the TQQQ Reddit, subreddit. Some guy sold his house and he threw $900K in at the top on a leverage fund. It's like, buddy, look at the inception date of T-Triple, okay? Side note, because we're not going to be talking about too many names because the TA, we can't go back any further. Why is that? Oh, wait a second. So it started when? February of 2010? But I can't see what happened in 2008. Why is that? Why is that? That's such a big mystery. Perhaps it was under a different name and they just delisted it? Yes. Poof. Everything gone. If you had it prior to that, gone. Poof. No more. Right? And they restarted it when things were safe. Obama issued a stimulus and it looked like we were coming out of that. And some guy threw 900 in as a means to retirement when it doesn't pay you a monthly dividend. What an idiot. This is where financial advisors come in when you're that stupid. You're an idiot. Like you can't walk yourself through that and like on your own and like think. You can't. You were smart enough to be able to get a hold of 900. Maybe you inherited it. That's dangerous. If you inherited your money, that means just means you're probably going to lose it because you didn't get it by making the right decisions. You just got it. I can't. That guy's cooked. This thing's going to get smacked. Anyways, I'm just going over some logical lessons, and I'm being a bit harsh to try to push this into people, right? Low volume area ahead. Why would I go long for like retirement or like a 3-year hold up here on anything that's in the top 20 of the S&P? Wouldn't it be better to go? Well, I did go long here and I've taken half off. It's up 111%. I think I got out at 108%. I sold half. So I've got my initial investment back and I have more than half of that in there because it was up 108. 100%, I sell half. That's my initial back, right? I buy it for, that math may be off. I don't have time to go over that right now. but I did take off half. I've doubled my money. Yeah. Yeah. You have $1, turns into 2, you take $1 out, that's half. You have the initial back. I thought I caught myself making a mistake there. Low volume area ahead. This is what I've been looking at. Fundamentals tell you after the fact. Some technicals are delayed and they tell you in the moment, like fundamentals. And then some technicals tell you before it happens, which is kind of like why I didn't want to be long up here. Now I was like, we're probably going to punch out of this, the new Fed chair. But this may be good in terms of the market where we drop and we fill that low volume area. And we fill that low volume area. And then we get a new Fed chair in. The war ends, oil tanks, and we cut like mad and blast out of this. That would be great. Let's take a look at the daily. Below the 100 EMA. Okay, 200 right here. I'm looking at the daily. I'm going to look at the 200. Looking at the weekly, 100. Gap. We have a gap right here to 601-ish. There's another gap right here. I don't know why that isn't highlighted. There we go. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, 560. Yeah, that's wrong. Whatever. Pretend you don't. All right. I have to fix this right now. I'll put in the price later. So gap here, gap here. That could happen. CPI is going to come in hot, though. Here are the names I was watching. Tempest. Okay. SoFi. 100 hold. Tesla. Let's take a look at the daily. 200 hold. Well, we're going to smack past that. Right down there, 366. That's what we could see. Silver. China just said they're going to be selling their silver for crude. We are trending up overall. Where is the, even though we dropped, where are we still going? Up. Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is pretty clapped, which means we could continue, and we have a gap right there. So let's keep this on watching it tomorrow. I've got a micro cap miner that I'm going to be watching too, because I believe that miners and resources are still going to be safe through all this. So if you guys like this content, make sure to like and follow for more. This is about to get hot and wild.